Hey folks, welcome back to my Let's Play of City Skylines. I'm Wandering Kid. As you can tell, I did a few things while you were gone. Expanded out the industry section slightly. Also made a bit of a mess with some terraform up this way. Got a few more power items in here. And to my chagrin, I cleaned up this access route and make it a little prettier. Unfortunately, what that seems to have done is made the path too long. Because now I have a massive backup of trucks trying to get back here into the industrial sector. I also expanded my main artery up here in the industrial sector to 6 lanes. Not that that seems to be helping much. And I expanded heavily the residential zone. As you can see, I built some more riverside housing down this way. I did finally get the high school in. So it's 748 students, so hopefully that'll start taking care of things. Couple of more parks here and there down this way. I'm using, because I had a space strangely for the what do you call it, high school, there we go, English my friend today. I'm using some of that space in the middle of that strange spacing for some parks, and I just built some gravel roads in so that we could get access to them, so we could build them out. In the meanwhile, I've also put up another medical clinic. There is also a school in here somewhere. Where did I put that? Aha! I put in... There's an elementary school up here and an elementary school down here now. And that was to help cover all the different roadways, and I don't really need that many elementary schools. What I need is road coverage for them, so that's part of that. I believe in the last episode I created the second sets for water, but if you'll notice, I'm already starting to get close to needing to build a third set of water pumps and sewage. So that's becoming an issue. If you want to see zoning real fast, I've got some room down here for some commercial. I've added in another road that attaches up here to our main access way in case somebody wants it. And in other news, our bus lines are just jammed. Look at this. I've still got like tons of people here right after a bus is going by, and this thing is already full. I'm going to need to put in some more bus lines down here, but we're going to take care of that here in a bit. My first priority is trying to figure out how to deal with this trucking snarl that I've got going. Because here, let me show you what happens. So the light's gone green, and one, maybe 2 trucks gets through. A van, 4, 5, 6... Okay, so maybe half the line gets through. This is an indicator that you've got a problem building up really badly that is eventually going to be a snarl and a half. I'm not entirely sure why it's being such an issue, to be honest with you. I would have thought they'd still keep coming down here, but I guess I just expanded this road just a little too long or something to make it clean when I cleaned it up. So I'm not quite sure. The other thing I did do was I created a 4-lane instead of a 2-lane road here. What I was finding was a lot of traffic was coming up this way to make a right or a left. The left goes over to the highway, which is great, but they were blocking up the guys who were looking to make rights, because what's happening is a lot of my food industry here is sending stuff to my commercial industry here. So in a way, this is kind of a local truck pass as well. Between the two of them, I needed a little extra room going through here to accommodate the traffic so they could stage for the lights. But right now it appears that anybody who wants to go to these industries down here is coming down the main drag instead of going up and around. Yeah. Now, because we've got a commercial district over here as well, I don't completely want to block off trucks and stuff like that coming through here with a policy. I don't know if we even have that policy yet. I don't. There is a heavy traffic ban that you can set. Oh, maybe it's only in districts. Let me see here. Oh, no, it's under city planning, which I don't have open yet. So we're just going to have to try and deal with that. I finally got the housing sorry. The request for residential down. It was just pinned at maximum for ages. They are looking for some more industry space. I'm just debating on how I want to do this, because I'm not sure if I want to continue to build here. I've got some additional fertile land up here. And I've got this highway here. And I'm tempted to start taking people off of the main drag there. Part of my problem is pedestrian traffic slowing down this turn. But unless I'm going to build raised or underground walkways, that's not going to help much. And I don't necessarily want to knock down my street side stuff just yet. So what we're running into here is basically where you have to start optimizing your traffic. What am I at? 4,500, 4,600 people? And I'm already starting to run into some traffic optimization problems. This is going to be, from what my experience is, that is the key point of this game, is keeping the traffic logistics straight. Once you start getting nasty snarls like I've got down in here, here I'll show you what this street looks like. Everybody here is in the right lane because they want to make rights either here or up here. So they're not using the center and left lane really at all. It does allow for my services to get through, like my police and whatnot, and the garbage trucks when they're going over into these neighborhoods, so that helps out. But overall, this is the trucking and heavy-duty snarl. Well, the garbage trucks, when they're coming back, have to be in the right lane because they're turning into here. That's also another problem. They're stopping traffic here. So when they pull over, they stop that lane for a moment. So here, I'll show you. This truck pulls in, stops all traffic behind it, and they keep doing that. So that's also adding to the problem. Now, so we've got a couple of things we need to get done. First, I need to decide if I'm going to just start building out here by the rail line and basically ditch this eventually. Maybe I keep the residential zone, but I build out a commercial and industrial zone or something like that over here. That would mean this would be my main bridge, but I've shrunk this road down here. That was partially... Where did I do that? It had something to do with trying to deal with some of the congestion of what was coming down this way. Oh, it was to remove the streetlights at these two intersections so that traffic would flow without going to the stop sign. That's what that was for. It was because 4 and 6 lane roads have streetlights. 2 lanes do not. Now with this attached here, you'll notice I am getting some traffic going down through this way. You know, he's going to the convenience store. He's on his way to work, things like that. So this end of the road is pretty much unused. If I put in another access artery down that way, I should be able to get this straight to do more. I think that's where I'm going to aim for. So let's aim for a 4-lane road. Let's say we'll start it about here. That's really weird. Sometimes it has a problem, sometimes it doesn't. Okay. Now we'll extend our 2-lane roads. Now, for the power, this power line is interrupting what I'm trying to do down here. So what I'm going to do with power is I'm going to adjust how this looks. I'll send you here. And then here, which will allow me to bulldoze these two. I'm going to add in a little more industry because I'm really hurting for it. Nope, I don't want fill, I want marquee. And now that may or may not release my traffic jam going on up here. What's going to happen is these guys have to reroute. They don't know the route is open that way yet. Unfortunately, I have a feeling that they are still going to be jamming this street because that is the shortest path to where they're going. And cars are not traffic jam aware. So I'm not quite sure how that's going to end up working out. I don't know if they prioritize highways or not. And that may be something to try out here. Let's give that a thought. I've got a little bit of cash here. I'm begging for residential again. Let's try something out. If I add in... Okay, so I can't build over things. I can't layer this on top of that. I guess not. Okay, so I can't layer roads on top of one another. Never mind. That kills a chunk of that idea. I could, in theory, run a highway from here around to the back and feed them in the back. That might be functional as well. I'm kind of hoping to see some trucks come down this main drag here, but usually it takes, I want to say, about 3 or 4 minutes for me to notice that happening. For them to start taking an alternate path. But at least some of my traffic is coming off on this ramp still. So it looks like anything on the north here, this highway ramp is offloading the some of the density. And this is just all jammed up down here. It's unfortunate, but there's not a lot I can do. Where do you work? Oh, you work at the bus depot. Okay, that would make sense while you're on that road. In the meanwhile, I've also got bus line problems. Alright, so we've got a lot of traffic coming in and out of here. This actually basically should be a highway of some form, but it's not. Yeah, we're still building up a lot of traffic up this way. This guy went into the left lane and then made a right across 3 people. How rude. Anyway, this is just way too many intersections. We're gonna deal with that here in a bit. And what we'll do is we'll put, say, every 3rd intersection will exist, and then we'll put feeders in, and we'll map them in from those feeders to keep the main drag from getting so jammed up. There's a couple of different awesome designs, if you look around on the web, that you can find to use. So in the next step, I'm going to figure out where I want to put my bus lines, and I'll bring you right back. Alright, so I think I figured out how I want to set this up. First thing I need is to expand this commercial road a hair. Let me get this back to normal. There we go. We're going to bring that in there. And that's so I can loop the buses. Next thing I want to do is I'm going to create a couple of residential tracks going down this way. I'm going to leave this line here. I'm going to drag it down here a bit, I think. Because you can drag the line to add a stop. So I'm going to add a couple of stops to that just to make life a little easier for that. I'm going to leave this main drag. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a few more bus lines. So, I just got to position this right, create a new line. So we're going to send this one deep. So we're going to send this one, let's say, here. And here. We'll pick up some people down here by the commercial. Now what I want to do is I want to circle it. So I want to bring it in along here. We'll let it stop there, and we'll complete the line. Now, I have to click on a bus to manage my lines, which is kind of weird, but that's how it works. Now I'm going to add another line. I'm going to bring that in here. Alright. So that's a lot of bus lines. Let's find me a bus to click on. There we go. Let's see the lines overview. I'm going to change the colors of these. Guess I can. Okay, so that will take care of that. We don't have any train, metro or heavy trains yet, so that's a big different thing. Metros think the L, trains think Amtrak. Oh, right. We've also brought on... Oh, they're still loading up on vehicles. The residential feed is up to 5 buses now. My budget for busing probably is going to go through the roof here, but we'll see how that goes. You notice there's a bunch of trains coming out, and the train color, the there's a bunch of buses coming out, and the buses match the color of the line they're on. So that can help you identify what's going on. Like you notice, I got a ton of people sitting over here. These buses are going to all float out to where the line of the start of the line is. Or that's what they're supposed to do anyway. So I'm not quite sure what they're up to. It's 127 passengers on the Dean Hills residential feed. But this road here is going to get rather busy with buses, but it's really quiet otherwise, so I'm not too worried about it. And this should get our traffic up and running over here. Hopefully it'll lower our residential traffic and walkers, so that should help free this up somewhat. So this guy just stopped off and picked up 12 people. Oh, they're running the loop for some reason. I'm not quite sure why they're doing that, but I guess it's to get into the correct lane. That might be it. I've never seen a cop obey street lights, but that's a new one on me. But hey, go do your thing. We're almost getting to our 5,000 point. 5,000 is when I'll open up the next series of Busy Town, which will just give me nicer roads and some more heavy-duty items. The oil power plant I can't use unless I have oil natural resources, so that's not going to be something I can use. I'm not sure if the heavy-duty buildings have longer road range or not. I know they can handle more issues, which is helpful when you start getting, high-density stuff, like high-density residential, high-density commercial, that kind of thing. We're going to pause the game here for a second. If you'll notice, my residential request is climbing through the roof again. And I really don't want to build up more here. What I'd like to do is make a high-density area, but I can't do that yet. I think I can start doing that in Big Town. Yeah. In Big Town, at 7,500 people is when I get my high-density stuff, and that's when I can start getting really interesting. It's also when you open up the university and the metro station, which is, as I said, it's the L, and the incinerator plant, which you can start unloading your landfills into and producing power with it from garbage, which is nice. So I really need to go up 2 levels, and I'll also be able to open up taxation policies here in a bit. One thing I haven't done is buy that piece of land, so we're going to go do that. One other thing I did, which I should probably show you, is I shut off day-night cycle. I found that it just really wasn't working out. Yes, I can see what's going on, but in a YouTube video, it's going to be tough as heck to see when it's nighttime. And I was trying to work my way around whether it was day or night to be able to get good saves and things like that. So I shut that off. That just really wasn't worth it. Oh, right, I'm paused. That's why that's a mess. So I've got a lot of buses staging down over here, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. I am definitely okay with that, how that's working. I've still got this major line going on up here, and I still need to do something about that. What I don't want to do is just start blowing through my cash again, though, to just go build off that road. I think what I'm going to have to do is run an expressway or a highway up along here into the back and see if that helps reduce a lot of this load. I think they will take closest mileage, but I'm hoping they'll prioritize highways. Hey, I finally got a truck going into the back. Yay. Oh, water. I missed bringing water down here. Well, I haven't gotten much done other than playing with assets and debating on building off that highway to the east of me here. But while I was doing that, I've noticed I have some landfill concerns. My landfill is at 94% full, and I'm using 15 to 15 garbage trucks. It's time to bring up another landfill or two. I'd like to attach them here. And I think I'll bring another one down here. Hopefully that'll get rid of the garbage truck traffic jam that's screwing up with the buses and the trucks up on the main drag. So we're going to put these guys down here. I'm also going to hook in my little service road down here. And that will take care of my garbage concerns, because 94%, yeah, that's dangerous. So we're going to open these up. There we go. Now we're down to 31%. This one will fill up and eventually shut off. And these garbage trucks will go out and do what they got to do. Alright, so I've got some spare cash. And with some spare cash comes ideas. I'm going to play. We're going to see what we can do with this. Alright, so this is a 6-lane or a 4-lane turnaround? This is a 4-lane. This is just the end, so I have a bus turnaround up there. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in some highway. 3-lane, one-way road suitable for connecting population centers. Now, these build in these one-way in the direction you drag, so be aware of that. So I like my right side to be my... If you're facing north, I like right-hand traffic. So I'm going to try and build in, let's say, here. Actually, wait. Let's do an upgrade on this little section of road. There we go. Now, I'm not thinking I want to expand this any further than it already is. But I may want to run a highway down this way eventually. I got a huge demand for residential, but I don't want to go there yet. Let me check something. I want to see, building levels. So, okay, here's one of my higher level buildings. It's going up. Okay, so we need more education. Alright. It's a lot more education. Okay. It's basically the problem. Well, that's what it is. Not much I can do about it. Alright. So I'm going to want to build some highway. I want it to... Well, I might want to build down this way further. Probably build out into there more likely. Let's leave myself room for one more street. So if I bring this up... How weird. Slope is too steep there, but not too steep here. Huh. Alright, let's play with this first then. Alright, that should work out. So let's try this again. We're going to bring this... I think up to about there. Yeah, that works. Nope, needs to be a little longer. Just a little bit longer. There we go. 2, 4, 6. Oh, there. There we go. That's where I want to do. Let's bring you out to here-ish. Bring the 4-lane road up. Okay. Alright, that's about as big as I want to make that particular industrial area. We do have some requests for some commercial. I'm going to put in just a little commercial behind the landfill because, haha, put that to some use. I'm really tempted to stripe this with commercial, but we'll get back to that. I might stripe it with residential and call it even. But we'll see. Now, roads. Highways! I want my highways! Alright, so if I bring in the highway about here... Well, what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to turn the highway, aren't I? Alright, let's start with basics. Let's get the highway started. Let's bring you over to here. And now let's give you a buddy. Okay, now, if you're ever curious to see which direction your highways go, look for the arrows at the end of what you've built so far. Okay, now we need to create some access points. I'm going to want to do it this way, so you're easy. Oh, I want some curving. Alright, let's make the highway a little longer. Oh, this part I want straight, thank you. Now let's make you curvy. So you're going to go this way-ish. Oh, right. From there... Of course the space is already occupied. I'm trying to... What the heck? Why can't... I don't understand. Alright, let's make it tight. Now we're going to do another one. Okay, so that's our access road there. And now we need feeders. Okay, so we'll start the feed back here. That's a bit of a slope, huh? Alright, and we need a feeder line from here. No, that's not working. Oh, not the prettiest, but it should function. Still gotta get used to those controls. Alright, so that brings my highways up along over here. Now, this is the one that goes this way. There we go. No. This takes a lot of fussing. But, yeah, that kind of works. Okay, so... Now, to make this more interesting... Okay. So we're going to build an off-ramp. I'm going to freeform it. We're going to... Trying to build a tunnel, it's being fussy. There we go. Whoa. Alright. That's not what I meant for the... What the... My controls... Oh, I got my fingers in the wrong place. No wonder. Alright, let's page... Okay, you're level again. Slope is not too steep. Alright, let's clean this up a bit. This obviously didn't work. Let's try this again. Okay. So that kind of works. Alright, so that gives me access from this side. Now, if I start here and I page up, that's way too steep of a slope. Alright, you're not going to let me... Alright, so if I bring it here... Okay, so that gets... This access ramp will lead to both directions. Now I just need to get a feeder to come down into there. I'd like to do a similar idea, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. So I'm going to try this. We're going to... Like so... Okay, I don't know how that's going to work out, but we're going to try it. Oh, left-handed exits are not always the best of plans, but we'll make a try at it. Well, if nothing else, it looks interesting, right? And you'd think this game would be a little easier to play with roads on, but I guess it's just a matter of habit and practice. Now, I'm curious to see how quickly trucks will start using that on the outbound, at least. And I'm going to kind of watch it and see what happens here, so... Bring you back in a minute. Alright, one of my trucks is already getting ready to go out on the highway setups. Now, part of the reason I built this out here was so I can build it further south if necessary. So they're working through the tunnels just fine. I don't expect... oh, cool. I'm already getting traffic coming in this way, too. There's a truck. There's some cars. Excellent. That should help lower some of the weight down out here. That's because, yeah, the source is there for a lot of the traffic. I would love to see if some of the traffic comes through here. Yeah, it looks like I've got traffic cloverleafing to come around to the highway point. So it does look like they're prioritizing the highways. That will help out. I mean, I'm not getting a tremendous amount of traffic over here yet. There's a lot of people who are just cruising by. Yep. But it's nice to know these things are working. Okay, I'm getting traffic coming in on it. Excellent. Okay, so this is working. Hopefully that lowers some of the traffic jam we've got going on down here. I'm getting some staging in the tunnel, but that's okay. There's enough room for them. Well, it seems to be working nicely, and I've still got some traffic coming in up over here, too. And this staging line is almost completely cleared out. Now it's just east-west traffic that is screwing everything up. Okay, I can live with that part. This bus is blocking the grid. Don't block the grid! Let's see, how is buses doing these days? I've still got a huge wait of people. And they're almost all waiting for the Dean Hills residential feed. Those buses have been maxed off at 30 people near constantly. And that's because of this pickup back here. Huh. Maybe what I'll do... Oh, I want to check my budget for buses. Oh, that didn't up my buses at all. Okay. I expected each bus to be a fee. I guess it's not. Alright then, let's put in a express line. Okay, I'm getting the wrong line. Oh, Wonder Bar. Now I've made a mess of everything. Just made a frickin'... You know what? I'm going to delete every fricking line and start over. I'll be back. Okay, so I completely blew away all the existing bus lines and I decided to reset them up. I've got the ocean line running out here. I've got the blue line, the red line, and the yellow line. They all meet up over here. And I also created a farm line, which is basically a commercial and industrial line that'll wrap around through here a bit. And then also hang out around this location. So the majority of my residentials will get dropped off here. They'll have to walk across the street over to here and pick up the green line if they want to go to work. So, let's see how that works out. Well, here's the mob. They're showing up again. But hopefully that spreads out a lot of the weight that was trying to get on the up and down the main drag. That should help out tremendously. So these guys are just basically dumping buses out so they can get where they need to go. Trash is fine. Yeah, we're good. How are we doing here? How's this one? This is 99% full. Already. So I'm hoping this gets rid of this major traffic jam I've got going on up here. I got 30 people getting on that bus. Yep, okay, these buses are filling up now. Yeah, I know. You want me to build residential. Go away. So there goes Ocean Line. Yeah, they're maxing off. That's working out a lot better. Okay, red line. How's my yellow line looking? Yeah, it looks like they're finally loading up. That blue line's getting a lot of weight. How's my green line doing? Let's see, how many people I got on that one? Let's see, there's nobody on that one. You're doing a random turnaround. So there are some passengers on the green line, just not a tremendous amount. Looks like the blue line is the one getting most of the weight right now. So a lot of people trying to get on that particular bus line. Take a look at Lines Overview. Okay, this hasn't updated yet. So, well, we'll see how that works out. That should hopefully get rid of some of the weight that's going on down there. I can hope, anyway. Hopefully that'll unjam a few things. I really need more residential. Badly. Well, I was thinking about building some out over this way. Wouldn't mind building out more down this direction either. I did build a whole lot of services up through this general direction. My soil depository is full. What soil depository? Place soil somewhere on the map to free room to pick up more soil. For example, you can use Shift tool to elevate terrain to place some soil. Okay, I don't even know how to see soil depository. Where would I even look that up? Oh, up here, okay. Huh, I didn't even know that was there. Let's see, how's traffic looking since we cleaned up things? Oh my gods. Facility is full. Landfills and cemeteries are a limited capacity. This facility is full. You can build a new one to keep the service working. If you wish to bulldoze a landfill or cemetery, it needs to be emptied first. Use the empty button to start emptying. If there are crematoriums or incineration plants in the city, the emptied items will be sent to those. Otherwise, you need capacity near the landfills or cemeteries. Okay, so this is full. I know I put in a cemetery. Where was that? Here. My cemetery has not a single person stored. Huh? Okay, let's take a look at death care. Well, nobody's asking for help, so okay, I guess that's fine. If I build more residential down this way, I'll probably want to build a cemetery out here, trying to reach into that corner and take care of this general vicinity. Okay. Well, it is what it is. Got going on up here. I need a big old commercial district is what I really need. Alright, let's start using this road. Bit more. Yeah, across from the landfill. That's a great place for a shopping center. Also, there is... Okay, so I've opened up a department store, which would cost me $150,000 to build. There's also this little park, statue of shopping for 10 grand. Constant reminder that Bliss. So, I'm thinking I might build this thing in somewhere. You know, it might fit, you know, perfectly right there. So, maybe I'll bring that in. I need some more cash, though. Alright, let's get back to terraforming. Yeah, that might work out. Alright, let's stop screwing with it. Let's get some streets in play. Alright, so. Let's see, let's build it about that long. Oh, I'll have enough money shortly. Oh, there's an abandoned house. Okay, so some of my industry, because of the lack of demand for it, it's starting to fall out. That's okay. I'm getting a really decent-sized demand for commercial. That filled in quick. Alright, I can take a hint. Alright, we got some cash. Let's try this again. Yeah, let's see. Let's aim for about there. Grab this one, bring... Oh, no. Huh, that's not even. Oh, this isn't even. What did I do? I'm not quite sure. Okay, well, these are kind of lined up. 2, 4, 6. Out here? No. Alright, a little more over. Alright, what's going on? Okay, that's straight with you. Alright, we'll have to build this the other way. So, we do, I think that's about right. 2, 4, 6, and then we run the street up this way. Four, 6. I'm going to knock out some of that commercial district up here. They're not going to love me, but oh well. Alright, I want to build my coastal road in before I continue filling in up here. Let me deal with zoning. This all can go. This is all housing. Well, that took out my residential requirements. A little bit goes a long way sometimes. Power is looking good. I've got using 74 of 104. How's traffic looking? Hey, look at that. We're out of the red down here. This is still a bit nasty because of all the bus lines. Speaking of bus lines, let's take a look. Okay, the blue line is still pretty heavily used. Ocean line's getting heavier. Yellow line is kind of ignored. I guess the yellow line really doesn't need to exist. This is, I guess, walking distance? Oh, hey, look at this. That's kind of neat. If I come down here and I zoom in, each of my bus passengers has a color associated with the line they're waiting for. That's kind of cool. Nice touch. Alright, so that's a quick, nice, easy at-a-glance thing. How's the green line doing? Got some people here. You've got 5 passengers. Yeah, okay. So we've got people waiting to get a lift. Cool. Alright. So the ocean and blue line has a lot more passenger requests than red and yellow. I guess that's to be expected. The longer they've got to walk, the more they're going to want to take a bus. So I guess that makes perfect sense. So that works out. So what I'll probably do then is I'll take the red line and the yellow line and I'll expand it down through here so that it's got more viability and more use and I'm not wasting those lines. So what I'll probably do is I'll take the red line and I'll run it down maybe this way, or maybe I'll run this to the ocean side. I'll run it to here and bring it up, and I'll run the yellow line down the center here and do the same idea. Looks like we've got a demand for commercial again. That shouldn't be too hard to fill in. We just need a little bit right here. So there we go. Well, we've expanded our city. We've added a highway. We've got the buses refigured out. We've expanded our garbage collection. We've taken care of the residential demand twice. We still have a lot of abandoned buildings up here, and if you bulldoze abandoned buildings, you get people to move in faster. Oops, did not mean to hit that guy. These are workers. Okay, I gotta be more careful with what I'm bulldozing. Hit the wrong one again. Nope, okay, that one. Okay, that should help set things up in here again. So, my beautiful land of disaster seems to be working out a little better. Traffic, we're a little busy down here again. The buses are causing a mess. I'm almost thinking that you shouldn't put bus lines against your main drag. You probably should have put a cutoff road or something like right down here and had the buses pull in and out over here off the main traffic drag. I'll keep that in mind for next time. Speaking of next time, I think we're probably done with this episode. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.